Hello and welcome to Lifetime on Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
I'm Elizabeth Olsen.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Elizabeth
Yeah, I am.
Olsen is back in the house.
I'm back.
After an amazing Christmas episode with Brooke Byrne.
With Brooke Burns,
Brooke
yeah.
Byrne. Yeah,
Byrne.
she is great.
Brooke Burns.
With Brooke Byrne.
But it is a very special episode today.
Yeah.
We have been preparing. We have lots of special guests today on the
Yeah.
podcast because we are talking about the royal wedding coming up.
The royal wedding.
Drew, do you know much about the royal family and royal weddings?
I don't know a lot about the royal family.
Okay.
I feel like the Harry,
Yes.
He's a guy.
Yeah.
the Harry, he's like last in line, isn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
much. Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Like, or he's like 10th.
He's like fifth or sixth
Sixth,
now
'cause-
because
Yes.
all of his brother's kids are ahead of him.
They have, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is very unlikely that he will become king.
Yeah.
And he's cool with that.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. I'd be like, fuck, thank
Yeah.
God.
He could like totally
Like,
pull a
keep having
scar
him.
from Lion King though,
He could, yeah.
but he'd have to do it on 3 kids.
That would be very
kinda-
mean.
I
Very
wish
mean.
that they kind of like. I wish there was that like, ew, but they don't. I feel like Harry doesn't really give a shit.
Don't
yeah,
worry,
he just
Drew.
likes being a party boy.
There is so much drama
Oh my
with
gosh.
this.
Oh, good,
so today, might as well tell the listeners what we're talking about. We are talking about Harry and Meghan, A Royal Romance, Lifetime's very exciting movie coming out right before the royal wedding. So Meghan Markle and Harry are getting married on Saturday. This Saturday. Get ready.
Yeah.
Set your DVRs. And Lifetime decided to capitalize on that and do a movie.
Yep.
Do
You
a
know?
movie about it.
And they did that for William and Kate as well.
They
Okay.
did. William and Kate's didn't have as good of a title, so this one's called Harry and Meghan, A Royal Romance.
Royal romance.
William and Kate, the movie, was what Lifetime called William and Kate's movie.
They upped their game for this one.
Yes, they were like,
She is an actress, so
yes.
William
They
and
tried a
Kate,
little harder.
The movie.
Also,
The ride.
with,
also, it's interesting to me because Meghan Markle totally would have been
yes,
someone who was in the William and Kate.
She
on Lifetime
probably
movie.
was.
That's
So
the kind of actress
and
she is.
I do know. Yes, she's an actress and an American.
I brought a clip for you to just get this started right off the bat.
Okay,
it's
good.
like a quick little things you need to know about
Quick
Meghan
little
Markle.
what's up? Yeah.
Also, the title of this YouTube clip is called The Shady Side of Meghan Markle. So I thought it might be fun
Ooh.
to get some shade.
Drama.
Get some shade going. All right, I'm going to play the clip.
A few things going on behind the scenes have some raising their eyebrows. Why? Here's a look at the shady side of Meghan Markle. Hollywood may have changed her. In December 2017, news broke that Markle's estranged half-sister Samantha was gearing up to release a tell-all book focused on revealing some damning family secrets, going so far as to call Markle a social climber, saying, "Hollywood has changed her. I think her ambition is to become a princess." Source
Okay, we'll stop there. So Meghan Markle, her whole family, she's biracial, okay?
Okay.
Her mom was like,
It's
what
like a
was her?
social worker,
Some type
or
of, like,
a
public service.
psychiatrist or
Yes.
something like that.
Okay.
And her mom's black. Her dad was a like lighting man or like, you know, something in the entertainment business on
okay.
Married with Children.
Okay. Okay.
And he's a white guy.
Mm-hmm.
So they hooked up, had Meghan. She has a couple like half siblings,
Okay.
but you know, she's not really close to them. And she doesn't really like keep in touch with them basically. So,
Yeah.
I bet they do now. I bet.
well, they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying to.
They're
Yeah,
trying
you
to
better.
capitalize on this.
I mean, even I would do that.
Yeah.
So her mom worked at a mental health clinic.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the family is all like, now that she is in the spotlight even more than she was when she was on Suits. She was on that USA show Suits. Have you ever seen it?
I have heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so she was on that before. That was like her big thing before
Yeah,
this.
she did
Okay.
like small parts on other TV shows like Fringe, which is a show that I love. She was
Okay.
in one episode of Fringe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was the Deal or No Deal girl, but don't talk to her about it because she
She
gets
does
very
not like
offended.
Deal or No Deal girl.
Where they hold the briefcases
Oh,
on
she
the
was one
steps.
of the
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
like the models of.
Yeah, I
like,
can't imagine any of them are too happy about that.
Right. I don't really want to.
I mean, it's a pretty easy job.
That's true.
Probably.
Probably
Well,
get
she
paid
said
for
you
it.
had to stand on the heels, and it was very painful because they were cheap heels.
Oh, okay.
Because Meghan
That
Markle
checks out. Yeah.
is bougie. She wants to have all the nice things. The heels were not good enough for Meghan.
Good heels.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the background with her family. Also, she had a half brother come out and like write a 4-page handwritten letter to Prince Harry that he sold to In Touch magazine. That was like, Meghan's trash. She just wants, don't let her in the family. She didn't invite me to the wedding. And it's like, yeah, there's a reason why, sir. There's a reason why.
This might be why. I don't know.
Right.
And this is her one of
Her
her half
half
Her
siblings.
brother.
dad's other kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the dad just recently sold paparazzi photos
Of himself.
Of himself.
Researching the royals in the pictures.
So he's holding like a big book, and it's like pictures of Britain.
What you need to know about the royal family.
Yes.
Ooh, big things,
He
man.
sold it for 100,000 euros to like a British
Not even
tabloid
dollars.
magazine.
Oh, I do that.
Euros. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
But
Of
he's
course.
going to the wedding, and Meghan
Not
didn't.
anymore. I heard
Oh,
not
he-
anymore. My coworker told me, shout out to Emily Mulvaney, that he is not
He got
invited to the wedding.
disinvited.
Yeah, that he's not walking her down the aisle anymore.
Right.
Whoa.
So that is hot
Whoa.
goss right there.
Unconfirmed, yeah.
Unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed.
All this is
Okay.
alleged. We're gonna
This is
speculate
all
a
goss.
lot about Meghan Markle and
It's all
Prince
just
Harry.
goss. Yeah.
But
I think a
I just
lot
wanted
of
to give you
this-
the background.
Thank you. I now understand. And here's the thing. I think a lot of people are very jealous
Yeah.
because they're like, "What? That's the dream."
That is really the dream.
Right? For the ladies.
Yes.
It's like, "Oh, I'm an American and I'm just going to and I got the heart of a prince."
Yeah.
Literally that is what a lot of Lifetime movies
I
are
do
about, or
feel
Hallmark movies. I would
that
say.
is like, as feminist as I am, that kind of feels still true as the female fantasy. Kind of like a
Yeah.
dude with like weird science, I guess. Like, of course, if you could make a perfect hot lady come out of your computer, you
Yeah,
would.
absolutely.
Of course, if a hot ginger prince wants to marry you, yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny, Drew, because she was in a bunch of Hallmark movies, as we've talked about before on the podcast.
Right.
So it's like her life is a Hallmark movie.
It's a Hallmark
it's
movie
a Hallmark
now.
movie.
But
and a
it's-
lot of people are fucking pissed off and
They're
jealous about it.
Yeah.
So
They're
Too
peanut
bad.
butter and jelly.
Be jealous
Be
because
jealous,
you don't
girls.
have it and she does.
So true.
So Lifetime is putting its spin on it, though, so it's not like a Hallmarky happily ever after, although we do get a happily ever after at the end of this movie, but Lifetime dives in. So we're going to jump into
surprisingly edgy.
It
yeah.
was very edgy.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to jump into the plot, or we'll run through the movie, just talk about our thoughts. There's not a lot of plot actually to get through, so we'll kind of like flash into the movie and flash out to fill you in on the hot goss.
okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm excited for hot goss.
Hot gloss.
EO, you ready? You ready
I
for
am
this?
ready.
So, Harry and Meghan, A Royal Romance, stars Murray Fraser. He plays Harry.
Okay.
This is like his first movie.
He did great. I
He
thought,
looks just like Prince Harry, but
Yeah.
hotter.
but hotter.
Yes.
Nice.
And Parisa Fitz-Henley is Meghan Markle. And she did a really good job.
I thought she was amazing. Like, just getting down the mannerisms, the little bit that I know of
Yes.
Meghan Markle. Yeah.
She, like, on her Instagram, Drew, she
Mm-hmm.
looks nothing like Meghan Markle. She has, like, natural hair because she might be biracial also. I'm not sure.
In the movie, she does use the N word, so hopefully she is.
I hope so.
Whoa.
Yeah, get ready, Drew. Lifetime
Yeah.
goes there.
Edgy.
But
Damn.
Parisa, she on her Instagram, she seems like very hippie kind of chick, like laid back kind of girl. And in the movie, she was very like high maintenance Meghan Markle vibe.
Type A,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they both did a good job. I mean, Murray Fraser, the guy who played Harry, definitely is British.
Totally.
That accent was like
Yeah, that was good.
good. So I'm like, he has to be British.
And he had the, like, emotional, distant, cold prince thing.
Yeah.
He knows. So, okay, we start off, Drew, in 1997. We see little Prince Harry remembering Diana because she died in 1994, right?
1997.
7. Oh,
Oh,
right.
97.
Sorry.
Sure.
Why
Yep.
did I say 1994?
I don't know.
I
You're
don't
thinking
know.
of Jurassic Park.
Sure. Right.
which is
We're talking about Princess Diana.
Oh,
Which was
right.
actually
Princess Diana.
92.
I'm sorry. I get Jurassic Park and Princess Diana confused all the time. So embarrassing. So he's on a safari in Africa, as you do when you're a prince.
Yep.
And he's like, just like thinking about Diana. And we get little flashbacks of Diana and him together and stealing pastries from the pastry
Because she had
cart.
a naughty side.
Yeah. So she was like,
Oh.
you can be naughty, but just don't get caught.
Yeah, that's her thing. Like, it's okay to be naughty as long as you don't get caught.
That was Princess Di's thing.
Yeah.
Apparently.
According to Lifetime.
What
Yeah.
what a lady.
What a lady.
What a lady.
What a
R.I.P.
lady.
She was.
So we see that, and that way we get a little setup for Diana. Like, first of all, if you didn't know who she was, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Prince Harry is like reminiscing, and then all of a sudden a lion comes up to him in the safari Africa. Which, by the way, I looked it up today. It was filmed in Canada, the whole movie.
What?
I know,
It looked
legit.
so. We were like talking about the production value of this movie. They actually went to Botswana, but
No,
I
it was
feel-
Canada.
No,
They
I
just
mean,
put like a yellow filter on it.
Yep, they
Oh my
sepia
God.
tone the shit out
Yeah,
of
you
that.
just sepia tone and just go to
I feel
Saskatchewan.
had. Oh
Boom.
my God.
Desert.
Yes,
Africa.
so very Canadian still. Thank you, Lifetime, for keeping on brand. And Harry sees the lion, and it's like a real lion, Drew. It's not a CGI lion. And they couldn't afford to CGI a
Yeah,
lion.
You wouldn't
they
be able
couldn't
to
even
afford
afford to go to Botswana.
It's true.
Yeah, you couldn't afford it.
So the lion comes up, and he's looking at Harry, and he's like, "Rawr, I'm a lion." And Prince Charles comes behind him with a gun. He's like gonna shoot the lion, and Harry like knocks the gun back as it's like going off, saving the lion's life.
Oh, good.
And the lion at that moment was like, okay, I'm going to go. Because that's what a lion would do if you
Fine.
missed it shooting.
Yes, and
I mean, I feel like a big, loud bang would scare it off a little bit. Maybe.
but
I
it was
don't know.
more like the lion waited, like made eye contact, and it's like, "I'll be back, motherfucker.
He was like,
I'll be
fine.
back this time."
I see you have a gun.
Or it's like the story of the
Well
mouse
done.
and the lion, where the mouse helps the lion with the paw or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
he
in
saved-
reference to that joke.
Then we check in with Meghan Markle in her adolescence, and
In 1997.
Yes, 1997. She is a child activist, and this is actually true, Drew. When
Okay.
she was like 11 or 12,
Okay.
she was watching a commercial for like Palmolive or some type of soap,
Ivory soap.
Ivory soap, and the commercial was like, "Hey, women of the household, make sure you use this soap to wash your dishes." And she was like, "That's not cool. I'm a
okay.
feminist kid, and I'm gonna write them a letter." She writes them a letter and gets them to change the commercial to "Hey, people who wash dishes," instead of "Hey,
Hey,
women."
non-gendered people who do dishwashing.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of
Wow.
got some notoriety for that. I mean, notoriety for like 9-year-olds, because
Yeah.
she was on Nickelodeon, and she was on that show with Linda Ellerby.
Oh, I
Right?
didn't know that.
Yeah, she was on that show.
Love that show.
What show?
It was a show they showed in like schools, so there was like news for
Yeah,
kids.
I'm having a total brain fart. I can't think of what it was
Oh.
called, but yeah, with
What?
Linda Ellerby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
She was
So
awesome.
that was her first taste of fame.
What was she in Nickelodeon? What did she do in Nickelodeon?
She told the story about how
It was
if
like a
you,
news show for kids.
if you want to make a change, just write a letter to the company and they'll
Oh,
change.
But it was
for
a
you.
Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
It was like Charlie Rose for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
It
bad
was, but
example.
we totally had to watch it in school. And Megan's dad is there because he's like, "You're right. You should be an activist, and good for you. I support you." Just setting up the dad supportive. Although I don't think the parents ever. He doesn't really. Ever
He doesn't
come back.
appear again, so I feel like that was the one nice thing they could possibly say about him.
Right. Lifetime just is like, we're gonna just end that there.
We'll just we'll end that there.
Yes. So now we flash forward
They
to
got real
modern
Canadian
times.
with it. Canadian nice about it.
Get ready, Drew. There's some Canadian mean in
There's
this
some
movie.
Canadian mean.
Canadian mean.
Ooh.
So we flash to modern times where Meghan, they skip all of her life as a struggling actress. Now she's just on Suits. So
Yeah.
they cut through all that bullshit of her like going. She went to Northwestern over here in Chicago.
Right over
She-
here.
Yeah,
They
she
didn't
got-
talk about Deal or No Deal.
Didn't
so
talk about Deal or
props
No
to them.
Deal. They like name dropped it maybe just to like get it in there and throw some shade, but she's like on the set of Suits, and Harry's like a bad boy, like, you know,
Partying it up.
dressing up as Hitler, or whatever.
Getting
where
yelled
he's
at by his
was.
dad for being in the tabloids. A classic rebellious prince.
Yes, so rebellious.
Dressing up like Hitler.
Dressing up like Hitler.
Let's not forget that, guys.
Yeah,
Everyone
like,
wants
did
Prince
that
Harry.
happen?
It did.
That happened.
He dressed for like a costume party. He went as a Nazi.
It wasn't in the movie.
That's not-
Understandably, because Lifetime doesn't want to get on their bad side. But I'm not afraid of the royal family, and I will make sure everyone remembers that really happened.
Yeah.
Okay?
So that happened.
He
He was
dressed
like 19 at the time.
He dressed like a Nazi?
He dressed like a Nazi to go to like a private costume party.
Dude.
And costumes come back. Don't worry. So Harry sets up,
Not the Nazi.
not the Nazi one, another one.
The Nazi doesn't come back.
No.
Harry has a bodyguard, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the bodyguard's like, helping him, like, just like, it's kind of just his guy.
His guy.
Yeah, it's just this dude. Okay.
And he's like, oh, would you ever go on a blind date, blah, blah, blah. And Harry's like, sure, yeah, I'll go. But, only if they're hot.
Right.
Like he says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Meghan
That's
is
fair.
like getting dressed for like some award show or something, and she looks great. And her costume designer friend, or I don't know who she
Yeah,
was.
we never figured that out because her like hairdresser's like, I'll set you up with a friend of mine. And it's like, how many hairdressers are friends with Prince Harry?
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
But she was British, so
she had a
then-
British accent, so we knew they were friends.
Well,
Yeah.
there's only like
Because all British people know
there's
each
only
other.
like
Yeah.
30 people in Britain.
Yeah.
It's true.
exactly.
And Meghan Markle doesn't really have any friends, Drew, because
Mm-hmm.
she apparently is a trash person, according to
Oh.
anybody who's ever known her.
Right.
And she just, in the movie, she only had friends that were like working for her.
Yeah.
So they were always a costume designer, a hairstylist, a makeup artist. Those were her friends, air quotes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she
And-
was nice to their kids, so we
and-
know she's a good person.
Yes. In the
Oh, yeah.
actual in the actual Meghan Markle life, she's not having any bridesmaids. She's not having a maid of honor. She has not invited any of those. I mean, she might have invited some friends, but they're not in the wedding.
Lord.
So
Is that because of the setup of a royal wedding?
That's
or
a great question. I was wondering that, but Kate Middleton had
Pippa.
was
Her
her
sister.
like bridesmaid,
Okay.
and Diana had like a ton of bridesmaids. So
Yes.
I think there's a precedent for bridesmaids, but I don't know how unusual it is to not have them,
Okay.
Allegedly, Meghan didn't want to pick between her friends
which is a lie.
because she has no friends. Just saying. So her friend, air quotes, costume designer, sets Meghan up on a blind date. And Megan's like, I've never done a blind date. It's going to be weird. So we see the blind date happening.
So we see a Hallmark movie.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
like a Hallmark movie for the first 20 minutes.
Okay.
it is. It
Nice.
really is. So she's like on this date waiting for this mystery man to show up. And he's like 40 minutes late. And he's really just like talking to the bodyguard like outside the door, like, do I go in or
Like,
not?
how much do I hate this?
And he's like, can you come in 5 minutes and save me? Like, if she's ugly, I'm out of here. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not kidding.
if-
Like, he talks
Like,
about her
that was
appearance.
the
Like,
dialogue,
so,
yeah.
he talks about his appearance so much. Or
If
her
she's an
appearance.
uggo, I'm
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, bodyguard, come in and let me know. So he goes in, and she like immediately like
She like shuts
reads
him down.
Yeah,
She was like, before you start complimenting me, I need you to apologize for being 40 minutes late.
I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
yeah. And he does apologize, and she's like, okay, we can continue on with this date, but know that you're starting on the wrong foot. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's a little
Meghan
sassy.
Markle.
And then right
I like
then
it.
her bodyguard comes, or his bodyguard comes in, and he's like, oh, sir, there's that emergency that happened.
And
Oh,
she's
Lord.
like, oh, really? What's the emergency, bodyguard? And the bodyguard says, London Bridge is, and Harry's like, falling down? Really? That's what you could think of right now? Falling down? London Bridge is falling down?
London Bridge is falling down right now.
And Meghan Markle's like, oh, shit. Well, if London Bridge is falling down, I guess you should go. But, maybe you should just stay and hang out with me because that's a bullshit excuse. And I see what you're doing. And I was about to do the same thing my friend's calling me right now.
Oh, wow.
And Harry's like, wow, I've never had my shit dealt with like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's
maybe I'll
liking it.
stick around.
He's kind of liking
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I could
Yeah,
see that.
so they like start hitting it off, and he's like talking about his time in the army and like the British army, of course, true. And she's like talking about
I gathered that.
oh, well, when I say army, I think of America, okay? Because
Oh, okay.
I'm American.
Oh, right.
And Meghan is like talking about like I don't know, she wants to be like the first biracial president. That she says
Biracial
that?
female president.
Right?
Yeah.
So great.
Great.
Oh, because is Barack Obama biracial?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Yeah.
Well, also I don't really follow politics or like
Right.
whatever.
Me
Like the
neither.
royal family, like I don't really care about them. I just know about them because I was like, I have to watch this Lifetime movie about it.
Uh-huh.
Guys, am I
So-
the only royal family enthusiast here?
Well, you're the expert. That's why you're on the pod.
You're
It's a lot of
you're the
pressure.
expert.
I thought I at least had Patrick.
I am not.
I'm
even-
knowledgeable-ish, but
I've legit read some books, and I'm not proud of it. But
that's fine. Then bring all those book facts.
Bring those book facts,
Those
you
facts are
nerd.
So the date goes great, but before they leave, Megan's like, "Hey, just wanted to cue you in on something. I was divorced. So, and I'm biracial and I'm Catholic.
Yeah.
Right? These are all the bad things."
yeah, but bam, bam.
She's like, "This could never work out, but I'm just gonna lay it all out for you right at the first date."
Yeah.
at the
Right
end."
now.
And they actually
Does
talked
she
all night because they were
know-
about to kiss, and then they were stopped by the sunlight, like on their faces.
Oh.
Yeah.
She does know he's Prince Harry.
She
does
It's
know he's
not a
Prince Harry.
mistaken
Yeah, yeah,
identity
yeah.
type of thing. You
This-
are really.
Yeah,
I have
that's
really
when the
trained you
Hallmark
well,
movie
Drew.
stops.
Because I was like, wait, does she not know that
She
he's
definitely
a
knows,
Prince?
yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is where the Hallmark movie stops. We're in real life now. Also, in real life, Meghan Markle claims to not have known anything about Harry or the royal family before meeting him.
Okay, that's fair. Honestly, I wouldn't.
True.
I wouldn't know. Like
That's
if I was
true.
like set up with a date with
I
like
can't say
I
if
don't
it's true
know
or not.
whoever.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe it, but I guess it's plausible. I'll call it plausible.
We'll call it plausible.
If we're going
Not
I'm-
likely.
But I'm
the
telling you, I
MythBusters
wouldn't.
rules, I'm calling it plausible.
Plausible. Gotcha.
So we get a second date now. And
In
guess where it is?
It's in Egypt.
Botswana.
Botswana was close.
Very close.
You were
Very
close.
close.
You're on the right continent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Botswana, because Harry does a lot of charity work there. He does like AIDS charity work, like with his mom. She used to do a bunch of AIDS stuff too. R.I.P. Diana, you're great.
You're great.
And then like they're like at the Botswana date, okay?
Okay.
And Harry
So that's it's like, hey, want to go to Botswana with me?
Yeah, basically, and fly you out. And then, so jumping ahead just a little bit for
That's
this
fine.
moment, when in the movie, when William found out about it, he's like, "Oh, he Botswana'd her." That's what he said.
yes. And
Apparently, that's a move that he does.
Kate's
That's
like,
hilarious.
"Oh yeah, he does that all the time, but I don't know why it's taking American. They're so loud."
Yeah, Americans are loud though.
That's true.
rude.
I am pretty loud.
Well, we're loud. We're pretty
We're loud.
Yeah.
Kate Middleton for a moment in this movie. Let's talk about her.
Okay.
So you know who Kate Middleton is, right?
Yes.
Drew?
Yeah.
She was portrayed, in Elizabeth Olsen's opinion, very evil.
Oh, it's just like a bitch.
Well, I'm
She's
not
a
going to say that.
bitch.
She wasn't portrayed as evil. The actress had snake eyes. She had snaky eyes
Well, and also she was kind of a hater on
at first, and then she
everything.
like turned really easily. She's like, "Oh, now I'm friendly."
I'm pulling up my Instagram because I took a poll because I was like, I don't.
Her eyes are duplicative.
Duplicative.
Yes.
Her eyes look shady.
Her eyes are blicklicklidy.
When we were watching the movie last night, I was like, I need to know what the public thinks. Do they think that Megan or Kate Middleton is evil or not? And we have 66% say she's evil. So you were right.
Yay!
Yeah.
You
I have my
were
finger on the
right.
pulse of what the people think.
Yeah. I mean,
It's all in the eyes, bruh.
Yeah.
but there's actually a really evil person who we'll get to in a moment. So,
Yeah. The villain.
second Botswana date. Let's see if anything really happens. Oh, yes. So, they are like talking underneath the stars, having a very romantic conversation, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They talk a lot about like their like life experiences and like her being biracial and him being, in the public eye a lot.
Oh, she was like, "Oh, it's so hard for me being biracial." And he was like, "You think you have it hard? Try being a ginger in the UK." And he seriously compared being biracial to the struggle of being a ginger.
Yes, he did. But she was like, "What's a ginger? That's hilarious." And I would be like, that's terrible. It's not the same.
It's not quite the
That's-
same.
No, it's the opposite actually.
Yeah.
Like if that's the whitest in my opinion, that you can be.
You can possibly be.
Right.
Is ginger, right?
Oh, was it so hard for you being second in line to the throne, but a ginger?
But a ginger, and now you're fifth in line?
And then he tells like dumb like redhead jokes. He's like, "What's the best day of a ginger's life?" What is that, Joe?
Oh, I know this one. Nope.
When they start going gray.
Oh, maybe I didn't know that one
Well,
because it's so
it's
bad.
not good.
I only know good ginger jokes.
So they like have a moment, and then Megan's like, "Let's go to bed," and she like walks over to like the tent.
Yeah.
And she like is wearing a robe. She like undoes the robe, drops the robe to the ground. It is completely naked.
She's naked.
Which is
Good.
what I have a problem with, because you are on the Serengeti and you don't know what's going to crawl up there. Wear some underwear.
Mosquitoes could come.
Yeah.
I mean, mosquitoes
it's
aren't going to be in the
Botswana.
Serengeti.
Well, they might.
It's pretty dry. You're fine.
I don't know
Actually,
about
I don't
geography.
know. I watched an episode of Naked and Afraid one time, and the girl legit got a leech up her vag,
Oh
and
my
that's really
God.
haunted me.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're in an area where there are leeches, you can get a leech in
guess.
your vag.
So she's like,
But not in the Serengeti Desert.
"Are
There's
you
nothing there.
Are you coming to the tent?" And then they have a very tasteful love making scene.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
For Lifetime, you know, they can get a little raunchy, almost softcore porn. This one was like
Very sweet.
very lots of like kissing and face shots, not like body gyrating.
Yeah, very
type of
tasteful.
things.
Oh, that's
Super tasteful.
Great.
And then in the middle of the night, what do they hear? A
fucking
lion roaring.
lion.
Yes, it's probably the lion from before.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it is.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. It is.
So they're like secretly hanging out now, and Megan's on her dumb USA show suits, and Harry is like, "I'm gonna hang out with you all the time now." So he moves to Canada temporarily to like live with her while she's finishing out filming the show.
Oh, okay.
And in Canada,
Well, I
he's
guess
like,
he can do whatever, right?
yeah,
Yeah. It's not like he has a job.
he's
so.
locked like in her apartment because he obviously can't go out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "We gotta go out on the town. We gotta have a good time."
Like you're putting my dog in funny clothes, so we need to get out of this apartment.
Yeah, you're like
Was there a montage of him losing his mind?
pretty much. Pretty much. So she like gets a costume, not a Nazi costume for him.
Thank God.
A
She
lizard
knows better.
costume. So he's dressed up as like the gecko.
Yeah, so you can't see his face is the important part.
And she's
Is it Halloween?
yes,
Okay.
it
Yes.
is.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good thing to note.
I was like, wait, what?
And she's
would that-
Hillary Clinton, but her outfit is just like a printed out Hillary Clinton face.
Oh,
That
okay.
she-
And she's
photo.
wearing a suit, which she always wears. So.
Yes, because she's on that show Suits, so I'm sure she gets a lot of suits.
She can just.
Just a lot
Can I
of
borrow
stuff.
this? Can I check this out?
So Harry is at the party and he's like trying to drink. Or they're at a bar. He's trying to like drink his drink, but he has a stupid lizard head over his head. You
Yeah.
know, like it's like one of those costumes that like you don't want to wear on Halloween because you
Yeah.
can't do anything.
Right.
And he goes to take a sip of his beer, and the Canadians are like, "Hey, you fucking guy."
They were so mean to him, uncalled for. They were like, "Hey, are you Prince Harry? Fuck you. Remember when your mom died? They
Yeah,
were
your mom's
so
dead, you
mean.
fucking loser. And he's like, this is really weird. And Megan's like, what's going on? And he's like, Canadians are being mean to me. I don't understand what's happening.
I don't understand how.
And then the guys see Meghan and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Meghan. It was so weird.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Where in Canada are they?
Vancouver.
Wherever they film.
Oh, Vancouver.
Suits.
Pff, totally.
So then
Typical.
people
So
start
Vancouver.
taking pictures of them, and then word gets out that Meghan and Harry are dating, and paparazzi start going crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And their relationship's exposed, and Meghan has to go and like meet the family now. So she goes to meet William and Kate, and there's this bitch there named Annabelle.
Annabella.
Oh,
Annabella, because
She
they
sounds
call her
like-
Bella.
She sounds like a bitch.
And the second you meet her, you're like, there's the villain. There she is.
I looked her up today because I'm like, that bitch can't be real.
Yeah.
And she's not. So that's
Okay,
good that it's real. It's just adding dramatic tension.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh, you're half black? Nice. How do you get your hair so straight? Like just talking
She
like
touched her
mad
hair
shit.
and was like, how do you get your hair so straight? She was very mean. And then when
And
Meghan
who's this-
Markle is like, why are you being so mean? She's like, I'm just doing to you what the paparazzi is. You have to prepare yourself. I'm being nice to try and prepare you.
She's like Kate Middleton's like the person who like got Kate Middleton ready for becoming famous.
Okay.
She's
So
supposed
it's
to be
part
like
of
a member of the royal family, kind of, and like helps them.
It's all
prepare.
like made up because most of this movie's made up because Lifetime was just like, we don't care.
I don't know.
But they really made her out to be like the worst. And again, Lifetime really going for that like kind of edgy, like talking about race, because I was like, I don't really know if they're going to or not.
Yeah.
But they really did.
They like set
really
into it.
Yeah.
They leaned into it.
I thought they were totally going to gloss over that part, but
Yes. And Meghan gets upset. She goes out on the terrace and she tells Harry, like, chases after her, and she's like, okay, well, I want to tell you the story that happened at Christmas. Like, we were out like shopping and just having like the best time, like me and my mom and my siblings, and some like man or white guy, she was like very like making sure that we know it's a white person saying this to a black person. She's like, he called her the N-word, but she like says it.
yeah.
Oh,
and we were
okay.
all like, wow, Lifetime, we got into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thankfully, Harry doesn't bring up being a redhead again. He's like, I hear your pain and I understand and I'm here for you, which is the right response.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
So the paparazzi are getting even more crazy at this point, and they're like stalking her mom now.
They ask her mom, what does the queen think of your dreads? Like really terrible stuff.
Yeah, and the mom's like, what the hell? Like,
what
that
the fuck?
But really, in real life, Drew, like the paparazzi and like the like trash media was getting like crazy and like all up in their business and just being horrible.
Imagine that.
And Harry is like, no, this is not happening. He shows up at the house or he like issues a statement. Like he writes out a statement to issue to the press, and he's like, no, you guys are garbage. Stop like talking about race, and it's like not even cute or funny.
Yeah, but he said in it, and this was like a real statement, he was like worried about her safety, and he's worried that he's not able to protect her. And so that in the movie really triggered her feeling of like, dude, I do not need your protection.
I don't need your fucking protection.
Right.
Although
So
I'd have the entire fucking
British
Army
Navy
and Navy
and Air
all
Force.
of them.
Yes. So now this is when the movie talks about Meghan's family turning on her. Like we said, the sister writing a book and all this stuff. And she's like, this is terrible. Like, I didn't sign up for this. She gives Harry back. They like had love bracelets.
Matching bracelets.
Oh,
She's like, here's the
royal love bracelet.
Here's the bracelet back. I'm done with you. Like, I just can't do it. And she breaks up with him.
She breaks up with them. Mm-hmm.
Another thing to note about Meghan Markle, the person.
Did that really happen? Did she really break up with
We
with
don't
a
know.
prince of
We don't know.
The
It's all
answer is
alleged.
we
It's
don't
all
know.
alleged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in real life, what we do know is that when she got her divorce with her first husband, she sent back the whatever wedding ring in the mail and was like, we're done. That's how she told him. Isn't that fucked up?
What?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some other fucked up shit.
So I
that
definitely
we don't
think
know
she
about.
gave that bracelet back. I think that's real.
Yeah. Also, her first husband, not super attractive person.
No, he's like a guy in the industry. He's
yeah,
definitely an
objectively,
upgrade. Obviously
yeah.
an upgrade.
He's a nuggo.
He's in.
Yeah. So then
Ain't got no time for the muggos.
Yeah, she definitely has moved up.
Meghan's mom's like, you're stupid for breaking up with him. What is wrong with you? She like pulls up YouTube and shows Meghan Diana's funeral. And she's like, look at Harry right there. He had to walk behind his mother's casket when he was a little boy, and that traumatized him. And you need to be more sensitive because you're getting some family to turn on you and paparazzi are stalking you. That's been his whole life. So Meghan's like, you're right, Mom.
Fair enough.
All right, well, we'll get back together. So what does she do? She chases him down at the motherfucking airport.
She had a Hallmark moment.
Oh, it was an airport thing.
It was great because it was like she was chasing him down.
Was it a realistic airport thing?
Yes,
Okay,
because,
cool.
well,
No.
to a
No,
point.
to a point.
The ticket lady's like, oh yeah, and I'm marrying the king of Iran. You know.
Right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, you cannot go. And she was like stopping Meghan Markle, not just like, oh, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then Meghan Markle showed her like a photo of her and Harry together, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess you guys are together."
Oh, you guys are, huh?
Yeah. So then they
No.
they're on the tarmac, and they're like, "Oh, we love each other, and I'm sorry." And then they like say they love each other and kiss, and it's great.
Yeah, good.
It was a good scene.
It was a nice scene.
And then so this is just like showing the story of them.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're at Pippa Middleton's wedding.
Okay.
And Meghan Markle was not allowed to come down from the hotel room because it was going to cause too much drama.
They didn't want her to steal the spotlight
From
from Pippa,
Pippa.
on her wedding day.
Oh, and Pippa, who's Pippa?
Pippa's Kate Middleton's sister.
little sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Harry is there talking to some random ass women again, some royal people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them has like a little blackface brooch on.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, this brooch is
Wait,
really...
She's
what?
like an old, crusty British lady, and she's wearing like a little brooch. And
Yeah.
it's a picture of like a blackface person.
Yeah.
Oh, like an old black,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with like red lips
Yeah,
and like
Yeah.
that kind of
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Lifetime going there. And he's like, no, this is not okay. Like, I'm not here for this.
And she
you
like
need to
doubles
take it
down.
off.
She's like, this is my favorite brooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is my favorite brooch.
And she says,
I am a racist.
she says this, if you want to play slap and tickle with a tar brush, that's your business.
What?
Yes.
Tar brush?
Yes.
What the fuck? I've never even heard that term.
Exactly.
Is
You're-
that an English term?
It
Maybe a
must be.
Canadian
They have
Probably.
weird insults.
Maybe it's a Canadian term.
It might be Canadian.
It's still really fucked up. You know what that means. I mean, you know what that's
like I don't know what it
implying.
means, but I
Jesus
get it. I
Christ.
get what they're trying to go for.
And then Prince Charles and Camilla. That's Prince Charles left Diana for Camilla, Drew.
Okay.
And Camilla is like drinking a martini, and she's like, if y'all have a problem with who my nephew's dating or whatever the fuck he is to her, stepson, she's like, you can go through the prince that's gonna be the king next. And he comes up and he's like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, man.
And they're like, ooh, and they run off.
So here's where I started.
Let's
It
get
wasn't-
out of here.
It wasn't
It
the
was totally Scooby-Doo.
it wasn't the lion that didn't attack. It wasn't like the stopping at the airport that really was like, this might be unrealistic. It was like portraying Charles and Camilla as really like
They're like badasses.
woke
Or woke
and like nice
badasses.
people.
Right.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
I was
Doubt
like,
it.
that doesn't seem right.
No, I don't think so.
So they're like, bring that girl down here. Bring Meghan down here. So Meghan comes down and they all have dirty martinis, which I was like, great. Love this part. And they're like dancing to Patsy Cline and just having a good old time. And we're just like, Meghan's like a part of the royal family now. Everyone loves her.
Yeah. Okay.
So then it's the death of Diana's, or like her death anniversary.
Her 20th
Okay.
death anniversary.
That's terrible.
Death anniversary.
Yeah.
And
Which was only last August.
20 years.
Yeah.
Harry's
'Cause
like
it was-
shutting down now
yeah.
because he's like upset about it, but he doesn't want to talk about it. And Meghan's like, no, we're going to talk about this. And he's like, you're not my therapist. I don't need you to talk about this with me.
Mm-hmm.
And she runs after him. Oh, wait, because they're back in Botswana.
They're
for
back in
this part.
Botswana.
I think this might have been where the sex scene was.
No. They went to
They have multiple
Yeah,
sex
yeah,
scenes.
yeah.
Okay, great.
You
I
were
mean,
right.
they probably have sex a lot.
Sure. I mean, they're
In
young,
Botswana.
attractive people.
I mean, just all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
He
And
Botswana'd her, so
so he like gets really mad at
And then
her
England
for
did to
bringing
her.
it up, and she runs out after him, and they both see the lion.
the lion.
Okay.
The same lion.
It's the same one that he saved.
They hold hands and bravely stare down the lion
Mm-hmm.
together.
Yeah,
and then
fuck
the
you,
lion goes away.
I also need to call out that Jonnaly, our friend Jonnaly, who watched it with us,
Yes.
called it. She called that the lion was going to come back from the get-go, and she was right.
Whoa, she's so amazingly smart.
She did. She did.
I didn't.
Wow.
So there you go.
Couldn't have called that one.
I know. That lion was definitely coming back.
I actually.
I don't know enough
I would,
about the.
I would actually be very angry if it didn't.
Okay.
I'd be like, if mine, it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm predicting it's coming back. I would be like, if that lion doesn't come back in this shit, I'm done with
I don't
this.
know enough about like Hallmark and Lifetime movie story structure.
No, just
apparently.
like in any story structure.
Okay.
There's a couple rules.
It's like
If you-
Chekhov's gun. Like if a lion appears in the first scene.
Exactly.
if you introduce something in the first scene, it's gonna come back. Also, the other rule is unless you show someone dying, they're not dead.
Yes.
Okay.
So
All
this is like some rules, you know.
Well, and I was reading about The Lion today because there's lots of think pieces about this movie, unfortunately, for everyone.
for
And
society.
Fortunately
They're like,
for us,
the
but
lion is
unfortunately-
symbolic of Princess Diana.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, they did not show her dying, so
So she is still alive and going to be at the wedding. And this is a good segue for my Ghost Diana story. So I found an article from the Daily Mirror that says Ghost Diana is communicating to these twins. They're called Terry and Linda, and that's their names, Terry and Linda.
Okay.
And spirits take over their body and they write down what the spirits say, allegedly. They predicted
Wait, is
9/11.
this
This is real.
oh, okay.
They
this was a
predicted
dream you
9/11. They predicted.
No, they didn't.
Well, that's what they say. They predicted the stock market crash.
No, they
They
didn't.
predicted Olivia Newton-John's husband being in Mexico when he drowned on a boat, allegedly.
They didn't.
Yeah. So they said that Diana contacted them, and they were like, Ghost Diana will definitely be at Meghan and Harry's wedding. And she was also there for William and Kate's wedding. It was beautiful. Like my own ceremony with horses and carriage, Ghost Diana says. That's what they said. She said.
No.
They
didn't say
also
that.
say
It's not real.
No,
that
she's not a ghost.
that Ghost Diana said that Harry might follow in his father's footsteps and cheat on Meghan Markle. So Meghan Markle better be careful.
Wow.
So yeah,
Isn't that terrible?
that's fuck that
And
and fuck those two.
How old
twins.
are these twins?
they are like in their 40s or
Don't like 'em.
50s.
Nope.
And they are
Nope.
trash garbage people. Like,
Yeah.
Absolute garbage.
and also that the
horseshit.
article quoted Ghost Diana, like air quotes. Ghost
Says
Diana
Ghost
continued. Ghost Diana says, it's like, what
Like,
is
why are you-
happening?
Why are you calling it the Ghost Diana? Just be like Ghost Diana's spirit or whatever the fuck.
I would just say the psychic
Ghost
said.
Diana.
The psychic said that
Yeah, these people.
psychics
First of all,
claimed-
I wouldn't be doing this story anyway, so I don't know how I would
Where
denote
was
it on
this?
paper.
What was this on?
what was the source? The Daily Mirror, of course.
Of course.
Fuck off.
So just trash garbage. Continuing on with the movie. Sorry, I'm
Uh-huh.
about my sidetrack.
No, but that's good. Thank you for that.
So-
Now I'm mad.
Meghan Markle's acting career is becoming quite a hindrance to her dating Harry. So she decides to give up acting to
Yeah.
date Harry full time.
Yeah, fuck.
Like what, Drew? Like every Hallmark movie we've ever seen.
Yeah.
She gave up her dream to be with the man.
With a prince
Yeah.
Yeah.
of England.
This is understandable because
Yeah.
he is the Prince of England.
Yeah, this is the
Like,
one time I
this
find
is
that
the one
acceptable.
part where I'm
Sure.
like,
yeah,
yeah,
I get that.
Like you can do when you're with him now.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
yeah,
now.
I'm not even sure Gloria Steinem would have an issue with that one.
True.
So,
She's like feminist, but fine.
girl, get you a
It's
prince.
like, girl, get you a prince. That's the goal.
It is.
That's the thing anyway.
So Meghan moves into Windsor Castle.
Yeah.
And the Queen is there now because she hasn't met the Queen this whole time.
Okay.
The Queen,
Old grandma.
Old granny.
Queen, we were like waiting for the Queen to
Right,
come.
she's grandma, right? She's not like
Yes.
great grandma.
They call no, he called her granny.
She's his grand.
She's
Wait.
Harry's grandma, first grandma.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she
okay.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
And she is like not the best actress, but the writing here was really funny because she like hates The Crown on Netflix. The Queen does.
She kept asking about it.
She was like, "Oh, you're an
Okay.
actress? Were you on The Crown? Because I hate that show."
Yeah,
and
you
Meghan Markle's
would.
like, "No, I'm just on Suits." And the Queen's like, "Never heard of it.
Never
but as
heard
long
of
as
it."
you're not on The Crown, I like you."
Because fuck the crown.
And she's like, "Let's go on a tour of the castle." And they go on a tour of the castle, and she stops at a portrait, a painting
Oh yeah.
of, I forget the princess.
Some princess.
Princess Catherine or something, whatever the fuck the princess's name is. The Queen's like, "Oh, did you know that this princess was also biracial, just like you?" And she's like, the painters always painted people to be more white, but she was totally biracial, just like you. And I approve of her, and I approve of you, and I love all races, and the rainbow connection.
And
Which
Great.
again is one of the more unbelievable parts of the whole thing.
Totally unbelievable. And I
No,
looked up.
you're an old racist
Yeah.
lady.
I looked up Princess Catherine or whatever her name is, and it's like, is it real? And that basically the consensus is like, we can't prove that it is, and we can't prove that it isn't. It's just a rumor that
It's
lives
just
out
the
there
story.
forever.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yes, but they wanted to end. Lifetime wanted
Did
to
they
end the
ask
movie.
Did they ask the twins?
Oh,
They should have asked the
They should have
twins
asked the
to
twins.
We'll tell them
contact.
to ask the twins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to say the twins' names because they don't deserve it.
No, don't say their names.
And
They're bullshit.
The
garbage.
queen's like, she signs off on the wedding, literally signs a piece of paper that's
Like a
like, I
permission
approve
slip.
of the,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like a hall pass of this thing. And she's like, oh, well, I'll sign off on this, but I better have some grandchildren soon. Everyone laughs.
What a
And then the movie ends with a montage of like a very generic pop song of basically all the scenes we've just seen in the movie.
Yeah, it was a really. All I remember about that scene is how bad the pop song was.
It was a terrible pop song,
It was
and then
like,
they
"We came
intercut
together."
real Meghan and Harry pictures as
Okay.
well. So,
Great.
so in case we thought this was a fictional story, we get to see the real people, and we're like, oh yeah, they're real.
Oh, I forgot. They're real.
They're
This is a real thing.
Yes. So I
right.
think that wraps up our
Yeah.
conversation of the plot of this movie.
So there wasn't
Yeah.
an overarching storyline because it's supposed to depict people's lives, and people's lives don't have
Okay,
overarching storylines.
that's fair.
but-
Yeah,
Right.
and it's just like this is how they met. And this is the problems I went through, and now they're here.
Now
they're still.
here.
I just feel like it's like a little too early, right?
Yeah, because some of it, even the stuff
Because
with
they're
like.
not even married yet, right?
right.
That's true, and some of the stuff they're depicting like just happened. Like Diana's 20th death anniversary was
Yeah.
last August, so
Right.
like all of this is very recent.
And
Okay.
very speculative and all just made up by Lifetime.
Yeah, all of it.
They did a documentary like afterwards, like a half-hour documentary, and it was like friend of Harry's, air quote, and he's just like saying just shit about Prince Harry. It's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's not her. He's,
He's
not
not
his friend
Prince
if
Harry's
he's
friend.
talking on a American TV show. You know, he
Right.
met
But
Harry
again, he
one
had a
time.
British accent, so
It
probably.
was legit.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the
okay.
podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. We'll go around the table, and then we have a fun B segment with some special guests.
Boop, boop.
So we'll start with you, EO. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to pour it up. That was exactly
pour
what
it
I
up.
wanted from the Lifetime movie about Meghan and Harry.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Joe?
mean, I guess, blind pouring it up because it sounds like it was a lot of fun and the acting was good.
Yeah.
Or
True
from
dat.
what you
Yes.
were telling
Oh,
me.
the acting was good, and they had
was
good
good.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Just
So
saying.
I'll give him that. I'll give
It's
him that.
tough for Lifetime to do biopics because
Especially ones where the people are still
where it's like
Still
literally
at it.
happening.
Yeah.
The
We're
fact
in
that
the middle of the
Lifetime,
story.
Lifetime was organized enough to plan, execute, and deliver is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that this would have been possible if whoever's over there working right now at Lifetime is like really on top of the ball and they're very organized to make sure this movie happened. And the timing was so perfect
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it's like getting us excited for the actual wedding now.
Yeah,
Because I
definitely.
didn't really care, but I'm probably going to watch it now.
Oh,
Right.
I can't even with you
Okay.
guys.
So I think it's definitely a pour it up for me as well. Unanimous pour it up for Meghan Markle, historic, whatever it's called. Harry and Meghan, a royal romance.
I'm saying, get it, Meghan Markle.
Yeah,
Yes.
Get it.
for real. I mean, you can
all
climb
the
that social
haters,
ladder.
all the haters are going to hate on her.
You were saying, wait, so it's bad to be Catholic and
Yeah.
royal.
Yes. So you're supposed to, since like the Elizabethan times, because that's what all that fight was about, like
Right.
Queen Mary versus Queen Elizabeth was Catholics versus Protestants.
Oh,
And
okay.
so since then, you
Well,
can't.
then one of the kings made it for a while in England. It was illegal to be Catholic.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
and be
even
in the
very
royal family.
recently,
Or
one of-
no,
Total.
just in general.
In general.
Because
Yeah, they would
all
execute
because
people.
he wanted to get divorced whenever he wanted to. So he's like, hey,
Yeah, that's how Protestantism came to England.
Right.
Yes, that was King
Okay.
Henry VIII. But even recently, one of the cousins, like
Beatrice?
no, not them, but
I love those
Who's
guys.
the oldest? Like Princess Anne, her son or something.
Okay.
he got married to a Catholic who's Canadian, and he actually, even though he was like 47th in line to the throne, he had to officially abdicate in order to get married in the Catholic Church.
Wow.
Still, and that was like 5 years ago.
Abdicate?
Like give up your to the throne.
Your position in line for the throne, even though he was never going to see the throne anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they've talked about it in a Hallmark movie and you missed it, Drew.
I think
Totally.
Sure.
Also, I can't probably spell abdicate or say it. So,
Abdicate
and
it.
also the fact that she's a divorcee because of Wallace Simpson. Do you know of Wallace Simpson?
No.
So,
I know of William Wallace. Is it?
it's not William Wallace.
definite relation to that. Yeah.
So, Queen Elizabeth's uncle was the king for like a hot second, and he wanted to marry an American actress named Wallace Simpson, who was ugly but very stylish.
Oh, this is one John Lee was showing me.
Yes.
From the lady from Baltimore, Maryland.
From Baltimore, and she was
okay.
divorced,
Okay.
and that was so frowned upon at the time.
Oh, that you have been divorced?
Yes.
Okay.
That he could not get permission from the parliament or whoever gives that permission, I don't even know, to get married to her. So he abdicated the throne in order to get married to her, and then they became socialites who were friends with Hitler, so fuck them. But that's how Queen Elizabeth's dad, who was his younger brother, became king, and that's how Queen Elizabeth eventually went to the throne. She wasn't ever supposed to, but then her uncle abdicated.
Oh, because it was so in love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was with
look at this woman
from
She
Boston.
is
From
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
She's like, hey, I can't do a Baltimore accent. It's like all O's.
No, it's probably like hey.
My condo is get the water.
The water.
The water in my
No, that's like
condo.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Okay, so for the B section
I want to think that she's just like Southie Boston.
Yeah.
Just
I can't do that either. I mean, we all
Come
know.
and marry me. No, that was.
Hey, come and marry me. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Come on over here. Fucking marry me.
Yeah.
Because I want to fucking marry you.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
Yeah, so divorce was really frowned upon, and then the whole Charles
everything's
thing.
lifted for Meghan.
Yeah,
She's
well,
just that great.
after the whole like Charles, Diana, Camilla scandal, they kind of eased up on the
Like,
divorce.
it's
stuff.
not worth it to have all the drama and be in the press about it. Just
Yeah.
accept
Just
people for who
get
they
married
are.
who you
Like,
wanna
get
marry.
married.
Yeah.
Bring in that love, the love part.
Bring in the
Don't
love.
be just marrying.
Yeah.
Okay.
'cause they're another
So,
royals.
our B segment today, we are talking with some friends of the podcast.
Friends.
I had
Yay.
them call in to the voicemail line. If you want to know, that voicemail is available at 872-267-4117, and you can call in and share your thoughts.
Don't worry, he won't answer.
I won't actually answer
Not
the
gonna
phone.
Answer the phone.
Yeah.
So to make this a great extravaganza, I reached out to a couple of my favorite podcasts that also cover Hallmark movies and Lifetime movies. The first one is The Bubbly Sesh.
Yeah, The Bubbly
They
Sesh.
cover exclusively Hallmark. They don't do Lifetime, and they
good
actually
choice.
have like industry people on, so they're much nicer to Hallmark movies than we are.
Oh.
But they also drink champagne and just have a jolly old time. That was my British. Jolly old time.
So good.
Thank you.
Well done, sir.
But Bubbly Sesh,
Well
they're
done.
so fun.
Quite
and
good.
They called in, they watched the movie, they broke their Hallmark watching streak just for us.
Oh.
And they called in to share their thoughts.
They watched
So-
a Lifetime movie for us.
I know, it's so nice. So they called in, we'll play their voicemail, and then we'll just like talk about how great they are once we hear it.
Okay.
And these are voicemails, so if the sound quality is not like, you know, how we sound amazing,
Right.
don't worry, we're going to probably do crossover episodes in the future so you can hear all our lovely voices together.
Yeah, and if you really want to hear their voices in good quality, listen to their podcast.
That's right, available on Apple Podcasts. Bubbly Sesh, Bubbly Sesh, Bubbly Sesh.
Hashtag Bubbly Sesh.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a real hashtag.
Here we go.
Probably.
Hey, Lifetime Uncorked, it's Saul and Jack from the Bubbly Sesh. Thank you so much for having us call in.
We are so excited. We're big fans of your show, and we love this movie.
We loved this movie. And so one of the segments we do on our show is called Gush and Gag.
Ugh, gag.
So that's something that we play on our show, and we just thought we would share our Gush and Gag with you.
I think we're going to start with our gag because we want to start with
We always
on the high.
we like to end on a high. So our Gush was like,
Well, okay, so I thought the gag I thought
Our gag. What am I doing, guys? We have a lot to gush about. Our gag, we both agreed, was that the queen was a little bit too touchy-feely for me. A little too touchy-feely, guys. I really don't. We did not think that.
Agreed.
Yeah, it wasn't.
She wouldn't.
It wasn't realistic. I feel like the queen is gonna have a little cheekiness. I could see
Yeah,
that.
and I do think she can be a little bit warm. She can have warmth, but that was too much.
Too much. She's a little gushy for us. So
I wanted Meghan Markle to have to work for it a little harder.
yeah, exactly. Yes, good point, Jax. I like that.
And our guts. Oh my word.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this cast. Incredible.
They're so synced.
In unison. That's how we do.
Their romance right from the beginning, the banter that they had, the chemistry that they had. I mean, I could not pick a favorite moment.
I know.
We tried to before we called it.
I know. And I have to say, I wasn't even into the royal wedding. Jax is really our, royal wedding gal. I wasn't even into it because I didn't really care. But now this movie has made me care, y'all. And her scenes with their mom. Oh, her scenes with their mom
So
was
glad.
so great.
It's
And
made me
I
care
just-
too.
Join me.
I thought it had really nice pacing too. I mean, I just thought the whole movie was it was done well. The Africa scenes were beautiful.
You got insight into their childhood.
Not in
Insight into their
Africa.
Not in
childhood.
Africa.
So anyway, y'all, thank you so much for letting us share.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, and listen to us. We're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud,
All of the above.
all the above. Bye, y'all. Thanks.
Yay.
Yay.
Bubbly
They're in
sesh.
total agreement with us.
I know. And they're talk about chemistry. They're so in sync with each other. They were saying
Yeah.
the same
Saying
words at the same time.
Words at the same
Yeah.
time.
No, we don't have it,
We
Drew.
don't have it.
We don't have it. They have it. Bubbly Sesh on Apple Podcasts. Check them out for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that
Thanks
was
for
Bubbly
calling.
Sesh.
And they covered some stuff that we didn't talk about. I didn't even notice the queen being touchy-feely.
Yeah, I was really focused on the lack of racism. So
True.
Well, I think that they were saying the same thing. And you
Yeah, I
were
think
saying,
they're
where just
poking at the same
I
thing.
don't
They're like-
think she would have been so
Oh, true.
I love you.
yeah, warm and welcoming.
She would have been
and
like,
whatnot.
acceptable.
Unacceptable, but I'm too old to fight it. Do
That
what you will.
queen. Okay, so that was the Bubbly Sesh. Another cool podcast that I love to recommend. They also cover Lifetime and Hallmark, but they've been doing mostly Hallmark for this first
Yeah.
season of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people do seasons. I do seasons
Yeah.
because I want to categorize it because I'm so type A like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, they are going to be covering the June weddings on Hallmark movies. So we're not covering those. We're going to just double down on Lifetime. So if you want to check out what's going on Hallmark, check out
They're
Happily.
doing wedding movies? June
Yes,
weddings. Oh, okay.
June
I get it.
Oh,
wedding
June
movies.
is wedding.
It's wedding.
Wedding
times.
season. So
Wedding
Happily
month.
Never After is the podcast. They're very similar to us here. So they're not afraid to be haters.
Cool.
They definitely drink some wine, or I think they drink Prosecco sometimes. And
Well,
it's like
that's
the
fine.
same thing.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
I'll
Great.
allow it.
and they're really fun. They're also moms, so they had they were calling from different areas. They were Skyping, so their sound quality's not as great, but the content top notch. So let's play Happily Never After. You can find them on Apple Podcasts as well.
Hey, Lifetime Uncorked. It's one and done Reagan.
And this is Dr. Robin.
From Happily Never After podcast. What's up? So thank you so much. We are super excited to bring you our thoughts on the Harry and Meghan, A Royal Romance movie.
Oh, God, yes.
Yes. God, yes.
The biopic that has 5% bio and 95% pic.
Right. There we go. There we go. So the way we decided to do this was we have two, in your very esteemed fashion, pour it up moments, and two put a fork in it moments because,
Cool.
yeah, there were those two. So our first pour it up moment, what would we say, Robin, is...
I would say it's really when Harry kind of sticks up for Meghan in a way. And, Meghan gets a little upset in the show about, I'm a feminist, don't take over, I don't need you. But he's very much no.
Yeah.
I couldn't protect my mom, I'm protecting you. You don't know what this world is like. You know what American Hollywood is like. It's not the same.
Yeah, and Meghan, guess what? It's okay to be protected sometimes. Let your man protect you when he wants to, okay?
Yes.
Doesn't mean you can't have a job.
So true.
I'm
Very
okay
true.
with this. I
Yeah.
like this.
We're good with this. And then the fact that I think pour it up moment number 2 is just the fact that she had a black mom.
Who was on The Wire.
That's very important.
Yes.
Her mom was on The Wire?
Yeah, dude.
The actress who played her.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's okay to have ethnic people that have important roles and that push the story forward, because she did. And not only was she black mom, she actually had a black mama moment in the movie where Meghan was crying on the bed after she had broken up with Harry, and her mom comes into her room, and she's like, come into the living room. And Meghan's like, I'm crying. And she's like, get your ass in the living room.
Yep.
I can attest that that's a real thing. And it's very effective parenting, I promise.
It works.
Black mama moments. They are forever.
Black mama moment?
Forever.
Love it.
So our put a cork in it moments would be, oh my gosh, I'm going to let Robin take this one.
Yeah. Don't mess with Diana. Don't put her in this movie. It has nothing to do, really, with it. Just trying to have a woman play Diana and even try to be in this. It's like, no, you're being gratuitous. You're being stupid. Don't touch my princess.
Don't disagree. I don't disagree.
People are serious about Diana.
Yeah.
Do her justice.
No,
Don't
no
even
one,
try.
no one can touch that.
Don't even try.
No one can touch that regal. It's not.
And if I was William or Harry watching this movie, I'd be like, what the fuck you bring my mom in here for?
It's not right.
Not cool.
Yeah, not cool. And
Which
then,
leads into the second one, which is don't mess with my other princess.
yes, they made Kate Middleton feel real questionable.
Evil
from,
Kate Middleton. Evil Kate Middleton is right. So there is more to the phone call, so I'm gonna cue that up. But yeah, so like they are right about Diana. Like, don't.
Yeah, there was no need. Yeah.
It's like Ghost Diana, but like in the movie.
It's like, don't quote Ghost Diana.
Don't quote Ghost Diana.
No.
No.
But I'm so glad they're touching on this moment, which was how Kate Middleton was portrayed, because I felt crazy. Neither of you agreed with me. You were Johnny.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Sorry.
So
She meant me and Johnny, not you.
Oh, okay.
I like Kate Middleton's great. She's just a little bitchy, whatever. So I'm gonna play the rest of their clip. Let them finish up. So Happily Never After continued, and then we'll be done for this episode.
They made Kate Middleton feel real questionable from like maybe the first half of the movie. I would say, like, is she bitchy? Like, I'm not feeling that.
Snake eyes.
Oh my gosh, Meghan is black and she's American and she's divorced.
Yeah.
Why don't we know that traditionally, the royal family is not having this?
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? She went through it all herself. She knew what it was like. She probably would have pulled him aside and said, listen, this note's going to be rough on her because it was rough on me and I'm not even half of that.
Yeah. For real.
But she wouldn't have been like, oh my gosh, you can't pick her because of this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, grow the hell up. But, Lifetime thrives on drama.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they were just doing it for the drama and they weren't doing it for the reality.
They do thrive on the drama.
Hopefully.
That's how they do it.
Well, guys, thank you so much for letting us share our thoughts. And I guess I would just have to end this with, what you say again, Cameron Bray? Crazy. Like they say, don't follow her.
Let's not even go there.
Yeah, please. All right, guys. Bye.
Love them.
Love them.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah, they're great. You listen to, they're smart. They got some smart shit to say about the movies too.
Well, and what I like about them is that they're two like moms. Like, not that moms, that's like what defines them, but like they have way less time to cover these movies than I do because I'm a single gay man. And I just like admire them so much for like putting on an episode every week, being really funny, and like also bringing the realness.
Bringing some hot takes.
Yep.
And like, they're not afraid to talk about race and stuff as well. Like,
I forget, where are they from?
They're from North Carolina.
North Carolina, that's right.
Yeah, so we should go down there, see Austin, and then
do the thing.
Yeah, see Austin and Chickens, and then hang out with the Happily Never After pod. But check them out on iTunes. They're amazing. And that is it for this episode, I do believe. EO, do you have any like things you want to plug here in this little moment?
Go watch Infinity War if you haven't.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm going to plug Infinity War too. You know,
Really? I saw I Feel Pretty, and it was good. So there's that.
So I'm plugging Infinity War like it needs more money.
Yeah, for real.
Great. Okay,
Jesus.
Infinity War. Wonderful.
No, and me instead. This come on, this
Watch
podcast.
or listen to the podcast.
Watch
you can watch
the podcast. Spread it around.
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Drew, anywhere we can find you on social media?
You can always find me at Drew But With Pants on Instagram. I have it's the same on the other ones,
Yeah,
but like
you don't use
Twitter
Twitter
sucks,
sucks.
and I'm scared of it, and I hate it.
Twitter's terrible. Okay, so thank you for checking in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, you can find me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to call us, 872-267-4117, and share your thoughts on a movie. You can also email us at podcast at lifetimeincourt.com and check out our website, lifetimeincourt.com. That is it for this week. We'll see you next week. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.